Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Silo. This is episode 6. It is called The Relic. Last episode was a doozy. We found out who killed Marnes and the mayor. At least we are led to believe we've figured it out. We at least know who killed Marnes. Maybe not the mayor. And then that guy died because he tried to kill Juliet. And then he just got yeeted over the over the railing as soon as like he was getting talked to, like learning info, and he's like, "Would you give anything for the protection of this island?" He's like, "I would." It's like, "Oh well, you shouldn't have said that. Now you're gonna die." But yeah, it was an eventful episode, and I am excited to see what happens next. So before we jump into it, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. If you're new here, hit subscribe, and then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. Sometimes I post these reactions early on Patreon as well, so if you're interested in that, consider checking it out. But otherwise, let's check out episode 6 of Silo. Oi, Georgie. Miss seeing you, bruv. This is some post-coitus.
Was this trouble guy Judicial?
I'm not at liberty to.
If so, I'll need a different set. Maybe tomorrow we can come back and...
With the forgiveness holiday, it's
There are
gonna
another
be
way
tough.
into this place?
Yeah, but Judge Meadows...
Sheriff, wait, hey, you sure you want it, Sheriff?
She's like, I'll just open it myself, thank you.
You to take the kitchen, I'm gonna check the bedroom.
What are we looking for?
We're looking for anything strange that might tell us why Trumbull killed Marnes.
Good luck. They probably scrubbed this place clean already.
You going there yet?
No, anything in the front?
Not yet.
Oh, he probably knows what to hide. Oh, she's already been in here.
What's this?
Oh, she's smart. She planted this.
We're gonna need a relics bag.
What a smart cookie, Juliet. You smart cookie.
You know they call you Creepy George, right? They've scratched on the side of the generator. It says, beware of Creepy
first
George.
off,
He is so
shut up.
creepy. Am I your only friend? Like, I know I'm your only friend down here, but am I your only friend in the entire silo? Because that's pretty sad.
Well, you know, he only needs one if he also gets to bone them. You know, if the perks of only having one friend is you get to sleep with them and they're also super hot.
What if I want to risk
think it's
going
a
to
fair
prison or
trade-off.
sent down to the mines for one of your strange toys? No. These strange things you have here, they're just not worth risking a life for, especially when you don't even know what they are.
If these things aren't worth risking our lives for, why do they make it a risk to our lives to have them?
That is a good question, Georgie.
To me, this watch
Is everything.
is everything.
I wrote this show. It's broken.
George, it's broken. No, I'm serious. It's like a paperweight cheaper than the paper it would hold out.
It's a gift. Are you not going to ask me what the silo's biggest question is?
Just stop talking, please.
She just wants to kiss and stuff, George.
Fuck it all out.
But also, now she wants to know, what's the silo's biggest question? Double the flowers. They watch you through the mirror.
You didn't take that to Judicial?
You're in early.
She's trying to figure out what it is.
Judge Meadows. You've talked to her, right?
She'd passed through the office when I was at Judicial, but these days, even when you win the pact competition, it's Sims who gives you the pin.
There's a competition for knowing the pact?
I won it 4 times.
What a nerd.
But I was just a Judicial regular. You're the sheriff. If you want to meet with Meadows, that's another thing entirely.
Well, then she wants to meet with Meadows.
How's Judicial?
Everything is good.
She notices things.
I'm not feeling very well, so let's make this quick.
I'm here about the
Is
investigation.
she gonna
of
die
Trumbull.
next?
I thought that was settled.
It is.
Well, this was found about 10 hours ago by Deputy Billings on a search we did with Deputy Cairns.
Where?
In the apartment.
Judge, the pact says that the gateway to disruptive criminal activity often starts with unlawful...
Unlicensed documents and relics. I know.
She's aware.
Let's wrap it up. I want to get home before I have to fight through a crowd.
A Relic's investigation is actually a smart play.
Of course.
Okay. Something's up with the judge. Is she about to die?
Fuck
Hey,
me. Who'd
man.
have killed this time?
I've got a...
I'm Deputy Billings and you Deputy
Like
Sheriff.
I give a fuck.
Guy's got a very East Coast attitude.
No, I
You
don't
know
know
what?
anybody.
You know
I don't
what, Kennedy?
know anybody.
This sheriff is the only reason you're not in jail.
You are obviously having
That's
regrets.
accurate.
I need you and Holston Jr. to stop showing up here, okay?
You know, I saw there's a lot of space outside your apartment. Room enough for 2 beds. I mean,
Yeah.
we can make ourselves at home.
Yeah, we can move in.
Come back every day.
Every day.
Or you could give us a name.
Her assistant's so funny.
There's only
Every day.
one name that I can give you.
My man, he has a Keychron K2. Damn. They got everything in here.
Don't you ever think about the world beyond the silo?
No, when would I have time to do that? Even now I'm worried some idiot is tightening the wrong bolts or misreading the pressure
Yeah,
valve.
she's focused on more minute things.
You know, while you're down here dreaming of your world beyond worlds.
Ew, you're the one that showed me this place.
Yeah. But I'm the one in mechanical keeping you dreamers alive.
That's so.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one that keeps things running.
Accurate. Oh, and she fixed the watch.
This must have taken you hours.
Yeah. Time I don't have.
Why?
Because it's important to you.
What I'm trying to say is I fixed your watch for selfish reasons because I really like the way that I feel when I make you feel the way that you do.
Hey, how'd you get it working?
It was easy to fix once I made the right tools.
She had to make the tools.
Incredible.
She is pretty incredible, not gonna lie. Recognizes the issue, makes tools to fix it.
Never thought I'd see that again.
She's got everything covered
Say
up
what?
so they can't watch her.
That watch?
You know it?
Of course I do. Belongs to my boyfriend.
Excuse me?
Miss Jackson, are you in possession of any relics?
Last time I
legal?
saw him, that's where he was headed.
Jackson.
Moving on to the next thing.
Ooh, I am for
next person.
real. Never meant to make your daughter cry.
All legal items
Was
or
your
were there-
relationship sanctioned?
George didn't do sanctioned relationships.
That's accurate. He didn't.
And any fool would see he's not the type of guy you spend forever with.
Don't call her a fool.
He was good with words.
Thank you.
He was
For
good
your
with
time,
words.
Miss Jackson. If you have any questions, we can
I do.
definitely.
When he told you he loved you, did you believe him?
Yes.
Thank you.
Also, that was mean. I mean, listen, George is a moderately attractive dude, but he's not like so attractive that he can just like use these beautiful women at will. He probably genuinely had feelings for her.
There's an interview with a confidential informant that indicates the relic you brought in earlier was an illegal possession.
Okay.
According to judicial records, a search was conducted of Wilkins' place before he died. In that search, they found nothing.
Okay, yeah.
George and I were friends. Beyond this watch,
Oh, beyond that.
I never received anything from him. Especially something as ridiculous as that thing.
What is it?
In your search, did you find anything to explain why Trumbull would want to murder Martins and Johns?
No. Not yet.
No. As far as everybody knows, Martins and Johns died of heart issues brought on by walking the silo. I know not everyone believes this, but I've found that some mysteries are best left unsolved.
They're always trying to hide stuff.
Did you plant that relic so I'd find it?
Yep. 100%.
I have a family, a wife, a baby. But you have to be honest with me. Honest as if not only your life, but mine depended on it.
I'll try.
She'll try. She'll give a little bit of effort.
Your hands shake. You have flashes of pain.
Sure.
Under pressure, you clench your hands so tight, I'm surprised your fingers don't fall off. You have the syndrome.
Oh, no. Damn.
There's a way to do this. And what you're doing now is not it.
You called me dishonest.
I did not.
No?
Yeah, you kind of did.
Good night, Sheriff.
What is the syndrome? I need to know what that is.
You don't have your slate with you tonight?
Well, a cafeteria worker on my level told me that it was going to be cloudy this evening, so I
You came up anyway?
Yeah, to see you.
came to see you.
He's got a crush.
Take care.
See you tomorrow?
I like
Sheriff?
him. He's fun.
How's your day? Daddy loves you.
You okay? Look at your hands.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, he's really shaking.
Honey, has it happened yet? Have you seen any signs in Claire?
Just rubbing some essential oils, baby. That'll fix you. Well, hopefully nothing bad happens to him. He seems like a decent enough guy.
What's the biggest one?
Where does that door go?
What if everything you know to be true, everything you've been told by the people you love, was one big lie?
That's a big question.
It's time to come home.
What does that mean? Like, actually come home?
So did you figure out what happened?
No, couldn't give a fuck. Turns out the person I was doing it for wasn't worth the trip, so.
So did you leave here and go all the way up top for him, or because it was the right thing to do? I mean, shit, the man's dead. He didn't ask you to go up there.
That's true.
You could talk to me about time when you can't bring yourself to step out the door.
Why can't she step out the door?
Seconds have become years.
He's not the person I thought he was.
What kind of a person are you? The man you loved was murdered, and now you're saying it's a waste of time to find out why?
Yeah. Who are you really?
Let go of whatever it is you're wrestling with and finish the job. It's your call.
Finish the job.
You come to my door and you accuse me of betrayal.
You told Judicial about George.
No, not them.
No.
Judicial come during the day. They ask the easy questions. But the man who knows everything, he comes at night.
Who?
Look, I put these up to block the sound. I don't know if it works. Even with them, he may hear every word.
Who is he? Regina, who are you talking about?
They know how to get to you. They know what you fear. My mother? Every name I gave that man was another day she didn't have to spend in the mines.
Oh.
Regina, what's
Don't
on the
ask.
hard drive?
What's on the hard drive? Come on, Regina. Do you know? You guys can bond, I guess. What is it?
They search and toss my place. They look under the mat, but they just toss the damn thing aside.
They don't look in the mat?
What is that?
This is a gift from George's mother. It's before the silo. Before there was a reason to lie.
What is it? It's an iPad. It's an iPad Air. Amazing Adventures in Georgia. Oh. Images of the past. A dolphin! Oh, that's his tattoo. Look at all that water. Clouds. Some crazy stuff. Oh, I knew it. The mirror. Double the flowers in front of the mirror. They're watching everything.
You have to wake him up.
It's the middle of the night.
I know. But he has to see this.
Of course, they're watching everybody, obviously. Frick. This show just loves its frickin' cliffhangers, doesn't it? But who knew that a tour guide brochure thing for Georgia would just blow people's minds? Man, every episode of this show, they just drip feed you a little bit more. So every episode you leave with more questions and more questions and more questions about what the frick is going on. And you get a little bit more info about this character, a little bit more info about this character, and just like trying to figure out what the frick is happening. The investigation continues, and Juliet is trying to get info about relics and about George and about all this stuff, and so she has to plant the Pez dispenser on Douglas to figure all this out. Judicial doesn't like that. Not fans of it at all. There's something up with the judge. I don't know what the heck is going on with her. Maybe she has the syndrome or whatever it's called. I don't know what the syndrome is though. You know, seemingly multiple people in the silo get this, and when you get it, you have to report it. But our deputy is not reporting it. So who knows what's going to happen with him. His wife knows that he has it, and he's concerned that it can be passed on to his daughter. So it's like a hereditary thing. So it's very, very curious. I don't know what the syndrome is, but maybe the mayor, or not the mayor, the judge has it. But she doesn't seem to be the one that's like fully in control either. Like sometimes she seems in control, and then sometimes it seems like Sims is the one in control. But then they also mentioned another person later in the episode. They're like, the man that knows everything. Is that man Sims? Is that man Bernard? Who is that man? Very curious. But Juliet is kind of confronted with the idea that her seeming like rock solid reason for why she's doing all this in her motivation for doing it in George is not quite what she thought, right? Like this ex of George's is like, he used me to get what he wanted, and he probably used you too, and he never actually loved you, and you should feel bad about all of it. And it's like, okay, well, maybe don't go that far. Like I think based on everything we've seen in the flashbacks with George and Juliet, the relationship seemed genuine. Like he didn't seem like he was using her in any way. Like he seemed to genuinely care about her, and he probably genuinely cared about the other person as well, and then realized that the questions that he needed answering were bigger than his relationship, and so he had to move on. Plus, he's not like a supermodel or anything. It's not like he can just use women at will. It's not like he's just like, I need answers, and so I will just pick this woman who I believe can get me the answers, and I'll just like casually make her fall in love with me and do whatever I want. That's not how that works. I mean, Rebecca Ferguson, she could do that. She could absolutely do that. She could pick any man in the world that she wants and get that man because she's Rebecca Ferguson. But George, I don't know. A little suspension of disbelief to pretend that he can just get women anytime he wants. Speaking of getting women, Lucas, at least I think that's his name, the Constellation Man, who's always hanging out in the cafeteria and has a big crush on Juliet. He seems nice. If he is revealed to be a bad guy, I will throw myself off a bridge. Because he seems like a good dude. And I'm very curious to see where that leads, because he seems like a good person, but he might not be. He could be the one that knows everything. I don't know. I liked that Walk got Juliet refocused. Walk, it's so interesting. Walk, she is in what is she in? She plays the mom in Succession. Just the uninterested in her children mom in Succession. And she also plays Rebecca's mom in Ted Lasso. So it's just very interesting seeing her in this, because it's a very different vibe between all her characters. And I wonder what happened with her. She says she hasn't left the workshop in 20 years because of like fear. Maybe a similar thing happened to her that happened to Regina, where like she's just afraid to go outside and afraid to do anything. Like Regina had to get all her food delivered to her, and she's like a paranoid shut-in. Did the same thing happen to Walk? Maybe, but she seemed to refocus Juliet a little bit, where she's like, okay, so the reason that you did this isn't as rock solid as you thought it was. That's okay. Like, you're still a good person. Like, did you truly do this for love? Like, and just because of this one man? Or did you do it because it's the right thing to do and you need the answers? And I think that'll keep Juliet going. If that doesn't keep her going, though, the friggin' book she found at the end will. So Regina gives her a tour guide book, essentially, of Georgia. And it's just all these lush pictures of the forest and people kayaking and you know, the beach and all this water, and it's just like lush imagery from before the silo, and it's like super illegal. Like, you get caught with that, you get murdered. And unfortunately, she's probably gonna get caught with that because they are watching her through the mirror. And that makes sense with Halston's note from long ago where he says double the flowers in front of the mirror, because he knew that's where they were watching from. I'm curious how he found that out, but yeah, he's like, double them. She did not listen to the note because she probably didn't know what it meant. I mean, I feel like it's not a super like confusing note. Double the flowers in front of the mirror. Look at the mirror, see the flowers, double it. Like, easy peasy, especially when you're being confronted with the idea constantly that people are always watching you. I feel like that would be a fairly obvious thing to do. But the show has never said that Juliet is the smartest person alive. She's just resourceful and she gets stuff done. But, so that was like a big twist reveal thing. But then an even bigger twist is they showed the screens of who's watching her, and it's just like these two random dudes, but they're going to wake someone up. Is the person they're going to wake up the guy that knows everything? I don't know. But it definitely lends credence to the idea that the silo, or whoever's in charge or whatever, has access to technology far beyond what the silo itself has. So, I mean, maybe these people are in the janitor's closet. I don't know. But that it reinforces the idea that the people in the silo are being like artificially held back with old technology so that they like can't rise up or they can't develop new things, or I don't know. But the people in charge, they have the actual technology. But it's also interesting because it like they might not be judicial, because when Sims was looking up the Pez dispenser and he pulled up the records, it was like the shittiest black and white photo you've ever seen in your life of this Pez dispenser, and he didn't have like access to all the fancy stuff. So it's like maybe there's people above him and above Judicial that's really calling the strings, or pulling the strings, calling the shots. Mix those two up. So I'm very, very curious about what is gonna happen. The next episode is called The Flame Keepers. But yeah, this show gets better and better every episode. I think other than maybe the first episode, this might be my favorite one so far. Like, the twist at the end just felt so like important, and I'm so curious to see where it leads. But I think that's all I gotta say. Definitely let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions. If you enjoyed my reaction, leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. Helps them get seen more in the algorithm. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe or ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of Silo or any other mystery show or any genre of show. I watch plenty of shows, so if you're interested, hit subscribe. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the absolute world. It's linked in the description down below. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.